KC9VKV from Whiskey Bravo 8, Whiskey Echo America.
Whiskey Bravo 8, Whiskey Eleanor. What was the last part of that?
Yeah, it's America. Name's Paul, located Toledo, Ohio. I don't really so much care about the audio. I wanted to talk to you about your mag loop. I caught you a couple of Fridays ago, and I wasn't able to. But I did buy myself some hardline, and because I know yours is made out of hardline, but I was just wondering, how are you feeding it? Go ahead.
Well, it's fed by a coupling loop that's 1/5 the size of the circumference of the loop itself. Roger?
Is the coupling loop made out of hardline as well?
No, use RG8 or something equivalent to that.
And the coupling loop is mounted inside of the outer loop, I guess?
Yes, sir. Mine is right at the top. It can be at the top of the bottom, but I'm making adjustments on the bottom, so I want my tuning capacitor on the bottom. So you just put your loop up at the top, take some tie wraps, and wrap the smaller loop, the 1/5 coupling loop, to the top of the mag loop. I use tie wraps, and I tie, just a little bit more than that natural roundness. I just put a little bit more tie wrap to the mag loop itself. Roger.
Yeah. How did you support the hardline, out of curiosity?
Well, I have two ways. The first one I built, I used a 10-foot PVC pipes, 1-inch PVC pipes with the T's on the end, and I just ran it through the T's. Roger.
Well, that's one way of doing it. Yeah, I was wondering, have you done a YouTube video on your mag loop and how you put it together and everything?
No, I haven't had time. I've been working on mag loops. But anyway, so the magic number is somewhere between 31.5 and 33. So I would cut it 33 and then play it by ear. What you're looking for is to be on frequency with absolutely minimum SWR. The thing is about a mag loop antenna, it is a tremendously high Q circuit only if it has no SWR. If what you need to do is what I call a SWR profile, and that is you have a meter there that you're working with, an analyzer. You start at the low frequency and look at the resonant frequency on the low side, and make a note of the standing wave, and then start going up the band, up higher frequencies, and noting the frequency and the SWR, and you just keep going on up through the frequency that you're looking for. Continue on up higher than that, and marking the frequency and the SWR, and then you have created an SWR profile when you finish, and you can see exactly where it is mainly resonant, perfectly resonant as far as minimum SWR. All right, so if it's high, well, if it's low, hopefully it'll be low, and you can whittle and cut back the loop until you bring that SWR down to exactly the frequency that you're looking for with minimum SWR.
Yeah, real fine. Well, all I can say is yours works quite well. Like I said, I listened to you a couple of Fridays ago, and when you rotated them, your signal, it was very impressive, and I decided that I was going to try and talk to you about it. And in the meantime, I was able to get some 7/8 inch hard line. I've got, I don't know, 40 or 50 feet of it, I guess, and two different pieces. And one of them's definitely big enough for a loop of that size. So anyway.
Frequencies in use, sir.
5 o'clock. But at some point, maybe you could consider doing a YouTube video on your mag loop there. I think a lot of folks would probably be quite interested in that.
Roger, Roger. Well, there's hardly no moving parts to it. I mean, you just cut your, if you're 1 inch or thereabouts, cut your loop length to, I would use 33 feet. And, get it mounted and everything, and get your capacitor on there, and get your, your analyzer on there, and start looking at it. And the first thing is to run an SWR profile to see exactly where the loop is at the moment, and you may have to chop a little bit off. But anyway, 33 feet, you will have cut it long, so be expecting to shave a little bit. And I would nibble back in 2-inch increments, depending on how severe the SWR profile is off the frequency that you're looking for, Roger.
Yeah, there's nothing like getting a jigsaw out with hard line. Okay, man, I'll let you go. Very interesting. Like I said, it's a neat concept, and I found your comments on it a couple of Fridays ago quite intriguing. KC9VKV, WB8WEA.
Roger, what's the name there?
Yeah, name is Paul, Papa Alpha Uniform Lima, located here in Toledo, Ohio.
Roger, Paul. Yeah, use a saber saw, a jigsaw. It works great. 20 teeth, new blade, Roger.
There you go. Okay, dude, I'm out of here. Thanks, Jim. Sounding good. Keep it up. WB8WEA listening in.
Roger, Roger. Your coupling circumference will be 6.2 inches. The coupling circumference for that will be 6.2 inches, and that is, I use the circle that bends back on itself, and then I short the high side to the ground at 6.5 inches circumference, which is about a 2-foot diameter circle. Roger.
Yeah, real fine. Well, like I said, you ought to consider doing a video on it. I think it's a very interesting design, and the fact that you've been able to make it work with your amplifier says quite a bit. I mean, you've obviously done a lot of experimenting to make it work correctly.
Well, I did. I have did a bunch of shootouts with my mag loops versus my inverted V's, and I'm here to tell you that, for all it's worth, the magnetic loop antenna, even like a 10-foot diameter size on 40 meters, which is I found probably the highest practical size, does not shoot well against the inverted V, and I'll just give you that information. Many times I've did AV shootouts with the Milford PA SDR, and I have found that my mag loop was usually an S unit softer than my inverted V's. So all things considered, I choose to use the magnetic loops as a receive tool versus a transmit tool. I think my inverted V's, do splendidly. I have perfectly tuned inverted V. It's a standing wave of 0.02. So it's just a beautifully tuned inverted V, and so it's really tough to communicate or to compete with an inverted V and mag loop. The mag loop sometimes would be hotter, but by and large the inverted V was hotter. So why play with something that is usually hotter than the other thing? The great part about the mag loop is its receive capabilities. The first time I checked out my mag loop, I ran across a network going in Canada, and on this frequency, 7188, and I had my mag loop in that direction, and also my inverted V, and I was flipping back and forth. And I noticed that the first thing was that the mag loop was 7 dB hotter audio than the inverted V. In addition to that, it was 3 dB quieter than my inverted V. So I was 10 dB to the good over my inverted V. Roger, Roger?
fine. Well, like I said, it's a very interesting concept. It's a very interesting concept, and I'm going to actually put up for the next week. I'm going to actually put up for the next week or so a half square on 40, because I enjoy getting into Europe and into the Pacific quite a bit, and a dipole can do it. And I do have an MFJ 1793 vertical, which I'm going to put up next spring. But I've used half squares before and really like them, and at this particular location I don't have one up yet. So all I have to do is order the 4-to-1 Ballon, and I've already got the coax and everything, so all I got to do is put it up. But yeah, it's like I said, the mag loop's a very, very interesting design. Anyway, it's after 5 according to my clock in the living room, so I'll let you go. Into your YouTube channel there and get an idea how this old junky TS-180 sounds. Can't do a whole lot with it. It's old, it's battered, it's been abused, but I still use it, at least for right now. KC9VKV sounding good from down yonder, WB8WEA here in Toledo.
Roger, Roger. 3 sideways, sir. You have a real good afternoon, a great weekend, and I think you will find if you manage to build yourself a mag loop, I think you will agree over a period of time and experimentation that while it is a good antenna, it's better as to receive than it is at transmit. As far as the heavier signal down the road, I think the inverted V has got it. Like I say, sometimes the mag loop would equal it. Sometimes it would be better, but most of the time the inverted V was hotter. So we'll say 3s for now, and you have a great weekend. This is KC9VKV, and as I look at the clock on the wall, I see a dead fly. No, that's an old joke. It's 3 minutes past 5, so we have turned into a pumpkin as of 3 minutes ago, so we got to get out of here. We have enjoyed it. Hope you have, and if so, then join us next Friday, all things being equal and the creeks don't rise. And we'll start this thing all over again about 3:30 and record live from 3:30 till 5. And if you want to check out your audio from today's Qso-Vlog network recording, if you go to YouTube and do a call letter search for Kilo Charlie 9 Victor Kilo Victor, that will take you to our Qso-Vlog page, and you'll be looking for Qso entitled My Group Air Check 10/4/19, today's date. My Group Air Check 10/4/19. So with that being said, let's jump out of here, and you guys have a great weekend, and join us if you can next Friday at 3:30. This is Kilo Charlie 9 Victor Kilo Victor, and we'll be clear.